Hello and welcome to Wednesday Live with Evie, where each week I share on a business and productivity topic. And today is number 78, and the topic is how much time do you have for your work each week? And that's the question I have for you too. So say hi in the comments and let me know, how much time do you have for your work each week? And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Evie Burke, and I work with women entrepreneurs and I help them take their productivity to a new level. So if you are feeling completely overwhelmed, if you are wondering where the day went, how are you going to get all of your stuff done, I can help you leave that overwhelm and frustration in the past. So like I said, today's topic is how much time do you have each week? And it came about because a friend, Stephanie, she sent me an article that I actually shared on my Facebook page yesterday. And it was about the problems that we have with time management. And it reminded me of something that I had realized a few years ago. And it was when I worked for someone else, and even to a certain degree, when I worked for myself, I had this problem. I thought that if I had 40 hours in the office, then I had 40 hours to get my work done. And the thing is, it's just not true. So by the time you spend time, or think about the time you spend doing all the different things in your business, you don't always have a lot of time left. So when I was in corporate, the things that I wasn't including in my 40 hours, I would be like, okay, I have 40 hours to move these projects forward. And the fact of the matter was that I didn't have that time because we had daily meetings. Like we literally had daily standing meetings that lasted anywhere from 15 minutes to a half hour, where we would check in. It was a small company. So we would check in with each other, what was going on, what were the problems, that kind of thing. We had other meetings that you needed to go to throughout the week. There was always checking and responding to email, bathroom breaks. You have to take care of nature, right? Chat and conversations with coworkers, because those are important, right? You want to build those relationships with the people that you work with. So those are also important. And then there were phone calls with clients and meetings with clients. And then there's just handling the things that pop up during the day, not to mention taking the time to decide what is it that I actually need to focus on and get done today or this week or even this month. And by the time you add all of those things together, you're lucky if considered like a very high-end estimate is if you have 25 hours of the week to actually do your work and move your projects forward for the week. And when you're working for yourself, you might have some of those same things to consider, but you also have networking time and the travel time that goes with that. You might have coffee meetings or one-on-ones with people to think about, and the time for traveling that goes with that. There's also social media, managing your social media or your marketing. All of those things take time, and you need to account for that time in your week. And that doesn't even take into account the things like deciding you're going to write a blog post and you think, okay, yeah, that's going to take me about a half hour. But what you forget to incorporate into that half hour is the time that it's going to take to put that into an email or publish it to your blog, or coming up with a catchy but descriptive and SEO happy title, right? And just the little things like that that go into actually completing the task that you don't always think about on the front end of when you're doing it. And these things are super duper important when you're planning your week, or even when you're just thinking about what is it that I have time to do that I can accomplish? What is it that I can accomplish this week? Because if you assume that you're going to have 40 hours or even 30 hours, in your office to get things done, and you don't have that time because you've forgotten to account for all of those things that I mentioned earlier, you're just setting yourself up for frustration and feeling behind at the end of the week and wondering, where did all my time go, right? So don't forget to leave time for those things. When you're thinking about how much time do I actually have in my business to get things done, don't forget to think about, the meetings and the time with clients and checking the email and social media and all of those other things that go into not only having a business, but also go into working your business, right? And give yourself a couple hours of wiggle room too. Don't forget that sometimes things take longer than you anticipate them. And so you need to have that time without it making you feel like you're behind, or things that unexpectedly pop up, right? Because there's always those things in our business that pop up, or even in our day, that we just don't expect. And when I started incorporating these things into how I was planning my week and leaving time for all of those uh, other activities that happen in my business, then my stress level went down. My level of overwhelm went way down. And it really helped me more accurately manage my expectations about what would and wouldn't get done for the week. So now I have another question for you. Has your answer changed? So do you have a different answer for how much time you have to get your work done each week? So I'd love to know that in the comments below. And before I end, I have another question for you. And that is, how are you doing with your intentions and your goals for August? So we're halfway through the month. It is August 15th. And are you where you want to be with your goals? Are they on par with your expectations? And would it help you if you had a supportive community to come to when you had questions or you needed support or you weren't sure how to move forward? Would it help you if you had someone asking you, what are your priorities this week? What are the things that really need to get done? So that you have that extra incentive, that extra push to think about what it is that you need to do to move your business forward. If those are things that you could use if you're ready for your business to shift and be less overwhelmed and be more productive, then I invite you to join the Unnamed Productivity Club. I'm going to pop that link in the description. There we go. The Unnamed Productivity Club has opened up for enrollment again. There's space for 15 new people, and the enrollment will end on August 31st. And it will end before August 31st if those 15 spaces are filled. So if this is something that interests you, that you want to even just check it out and see if this is going to be a good move for you, I invite you to check it out. It's $5 for your first month. And of course, if it's something that doesn't end up working for you for whatever reason, then you can always cancel. But if you have kind of that gut feeling, if you have that inner knowing that's saying, hey, this is something you should check out, this is something that will help you get to where you want to be in your business, then I invite you to join us. And one member, when she joined, she said that she noticed a complete shift in her business within the first 2 weeks. So if those are the results that you want, come and join us. And that's it for this week's Wednesday Live with Evie. I hope you have a fabulous week, and until next week, much love. Bye, everybody.